The jungle was a living, breathing thing. Its great green canopy stretched like a vast ocean. Shafts of golden light pierced the leaves. Mist coiled around ancient tree trunks. The air hummed with unseen birdsong. The river rushed nearby. A world of vibrant life, emerald leaves, damp, dark earth. Within this verdant kingdom, 5 guardians moved with purpose and grace, protectors of a sun-drenched territory, a fellowship bound by loyalty, a shared love for their home. Each cat had a unique, formidable skill, a gift to keep the peace. First, Leo, the leader. Magnificent, broad-shouldered, calm, unwavering gaze. Movements deliberate and regal, like a king. His greatest tool, not strength, but presence.
Leo's deep, rumbling roar.
Not aggression, a call to unity. It resonated through the jungle and brought the team together. The ground vibrated with his authority. Every creature listened. The smallest beetle, the swaying trees. Next, Zephyr, the swift scout, slender and agile, a silver streak in the green. Trees were her highway, high branches her vantage point. She raced the territory in a blur, barely touching bark. Her true gift, vision. From the highest canopy she could spot a falling leaf, a distant ripple in the river, the faintest hint of approaching danger. She was the first to see, the first to know, the first to warn. Then, Boulder, the strong defender, a bastion of muscle and unyielding courage, built like a fortress of fur and bone, paws wide and heavy. When he stood his ground, immovable as ancient jungle stones. The harmony of the garden was not to last. From the dusty lands beyond, a new group emerged. They moved as a single pack, their unsettling calls echoing through the twilight. Their leader was a fearsome cat named Scar-Ear. His eyes were cold and intelligent, glinting with a cunning that made him far more dangerous than his followers. He did not rely on force alone. He watched, he learned, he planned. He saw their home not as a place of beauty, but as a prize to be conquered. Under the cloak of night, they began their campaign, turning familiar paths into corridors of dread. A palpable tension settled over the territory, the air heavy with the promise of a coming storm. One evening, as rain began to fall, they launched their first assault. The garden, once a source of comfort, now felt like a trap. The familiar sounds of the night were replaced by a strange disruption. Fear was a flame licking at the edges of their home, and the cats knew they could not ignore it. Leo, the leader, acted swiftly, summoning the others. As they gathered, they looked to Leo, whose calm demeanor was a reassuring anchor.
We will not be driven from our home. We have each other. We will fight as one.
Zephyr, the swift scout, would be their eyes, a silent ghost in the leaves above. Her mission was to shadow the rival cat gang, using her speed to anticipate their every move. Rico, the clever trickster, worked on the ground. He would use his knowledge of the terrain to create a series of brilliant traps and diversions. His goal was to confuse and separate the rivals, funneling them into positions where his friends could strike. And Felix, the acrobat jumper, would be an unpredictable distraction. His astounding aerial abilities would force the rivals to break formation, creating openings for Boulder and for Leo. As the moon climbed higher, their plan sprang into action. It was a symphony of coordinated chaos, each cat playing their part. Zephyr, a silent flash, scouted the intruder's path. Rico's preparations paid off, turning familiar paths into a bewildering maze. While the rivals were distracted, Felix began his mesmerizing performance, a spinning shadow against the moon. This created the perfect opening. Boulder met the disorganized group with the force of a landslide, his earth-shaker drop sending shockwaves through the ground. He stood like a mountain, clearing the way for Leo. The climax unfolded on the edge of a high, wind-swept garden wall. Below, the yard was a sea of shadows. Here, a rival cat, Scar Snout, made his final stand. He was cornered but defiant, his face contorted in a hiss. He lunged at Leo, but the 5 cats moved as one cohesive unit. It was a perfectly timed sequence. Leo met the charge, startling the rival. Simultaneously, a vine, pulled taut by Rico, snagged the rival's leg. The combined clever action sent Scarsnout scrambling. Defeated, he fled into the darkness. Seeing their leader vanquished, the rest of the rivals scattered. The battle was over. The cats had won. As the first light of dawn painted the sky, the 5 friends sat together, their home safe once more. They were exhausted, but their hearts were full. Suddenly, a falling leaf landed squarely on Boulder's head. He blinked, bewildered. A quiet chuckle started, and soon all 5 were sharing a soft, warm laugh as the sun rose over their protected kingdom.